Hi friends. If you could let me know if you could hear me, because I'm using my earbuds for the first time to do this, that would be great. So if you can't hear me, let me know. But I am in San Diego again. Big shock. So this is the third time in 3 months that I am out here for leadership. So I'm going to give you a quick recap on that, and then I wanted to dive into personal branding. So the first thing I want to talk about is commitment to self. So a lot of people ask me, like, what's your journey been like? How have you done the things that you've done? And the biggest thing that I like to share is that I committed up front to myself. I knew that I was the person that was going to get me to the places that I needed to go. I was the person that could make an impact in people's lives. I truly believed that if I showed up a certain way, then I could also impact other people to show up a certain way. So just that belief. And that's only gotten stronger with leadership. So as I've gone through this leadership process, one of the most beautiful things that I have realized is, we're in this scurry all this time of doing. Like I fall into that trap so frequently. What am I doing? How am I excelling? What am I winning at? And the biggest shift for me has been the simple mental transition to how am I being? Just how am I being today? How am I showing up for myself, for others, like as a way of existing rather than a checklist? And the checklist still exists. Like I still am getting things done, but I'm doing it so much more calmly. And I've really, that shift in myself has been, I've seen it in how I've shifted with clients. I've seen it how I've shifted with my employees. But the biggest thing is I've seen it how it shifted with my friends and my closest intimate relationships. So if anybody is like, hey, that sounds really, really lovely at any point, please reach out to me. Self-growth is not a one-person journey. There are so many people on this journey with me. And I'm here in San Diego with, 70 other beautiful people on this journey with me. And, when I go home, I'm supported by people who are on this journey with me. But so if you want to know more about it, let me know. The next topic I want to talk about today is personal branding. So as a lot of you guys might know, Emily and I launched Your Personal Brand Launch on October 15th. Was it yesterday? Just yesterday? Oh my gosh. The whole point of this course is to get you, whoever you are, this can be someone who owns their business, an entrepreneur, meaning somebody who works for a corporation, you completely and totally in line with your own intentions, your own objectives, how special you are, how you show up in the world, and how you are doing that for your community. So I think the things that we hear about holding people back on how they show up is, to be quite honest, it's worthiness. Like, what do I have to say? And that's the first thing that we're going to break through is everybody has a unique voice, and how you express it is really, really important. But really the fact that you express it is the most important thing. So figuring out how to show up as who you are, what you value, and share that both in your in-person world and then online. So we're going to be talking about who are you, baseline. And then we really want to talk about how are you engaging in your community? How are you making an impact? And then how are you sharing that impact? And for me, that's been the key. The key in my growth is when I showed up in Des Moines, I said, I can't do this without an army behind me. Whatever it is I'm going to do. And believe me, guys, 3.5 years ago, I did not think I would be launching a personal branding course curriculum. That was not anywhere on my objectives. But it was just something that I realized I had a passion for. It was something I realized I did very naturally, and it's something that I believed everyone should have and can have. So it's not outside of our ability to have a strong personal brand. And if you guys have been watching my Facebook page in the past 24 hours, I put a challenge out there. So my leadership team was challenged with raising $3,000 for a charity of our choice. My team chose Salvation Army. And what I realized was I wasn't worried about this because I have spent my past 3.5 years investing in my community, giving back to my community, sharing with my community. And that was really important to me. So I knew when I showed up on Facebook with an ask for a certain amount of money, people would be behind that. I had that confidence because we built that together. And I want each of you to have that confidence when you make an ask. And, I don't ask super often. I try to make sure that when I'm asking, it's for something specific and deliberate and there's a reason. But when you ask for something, I want you to get it. because you have given and you have poured in and you've been strategic about your community. So that's the other thing that we're going to talk about in the Your Personal Branding course. How do you build a community around you that acts as your army, that acts as, you know, what do you want? Okay, we're all going to go get it together. Like, how incredible is it when you feel like the whole world has your back? I mean, it feels pretty incredible, guys. Like, I felt that this morning when I woke up and I saw that number. Like, oh my gosh, you guys are incredible. And then the other thing we're really going to dive into is your work, whatever that is. Are you climbing the corporate ladder, or do you feel really locked into your position because your resume doesn't reflect what you want? Guys, resumes, I gotta be honest, like, resumes for the most part are irrelevant, especially if you're living in a mid-sized city. Like, nobody wants to look at a resume. They want to know who you are. They want to know what you care about. They want to know what you bring to a team. They want to know how you're going to elevate everyone around you. And you can't know that from a list of bullet points. You know that by showing up powerfully for yourself and your community every single day. So this whole personal branding class is so that you guys have mobility in your lives to make any change you want. Like, there's no reason why someone who has a photography degree to be giving marketing guidance and to be getting paid for that. But I frequently do, because I have developed that expertise, and it's something that was naturally for me, and I've proven it over and over and over again. So nobody asked for my degree, nobody asked for my resume, because I show up and I show it to you guys. So we're going to teach you how to show the world what you excel at in a way that benefits them. So this is what personal branding is. It's your reputation when you're not around. It's what people are saying about you when you leave the room. And it's also, how is your community showing up for you? How are you showing up for your community? And this has to be in person, online, everywhere you are. And it sounds like a lot of work, right? Yes, it is a lot of work. It is a lot of work to be completely and totally invested in yourself, what you're doing, and your community. But I honestly think that it is the best work I've ever done, because it's the only work that I've done that has given back to me at the same rate I have given to it. So I'm going to pop the link for the Your Personal Brand course into this. Guys, if you have any questions, let me know. The only answer that I can give to the question of how I became so successful, and again, like, let's put success in air quotes, like, success is a journey you define your own endpoint, is that I invested in these strategies. And Emily and I have written these strategies based on how we have shown up and all of the expertise that we're gathering from all of our expert personal branders out there. So let me know if you have any questions. The course starts in January. It's going to be online. We're going to have a Facebook group that's going to simulate real life Facebook. You guys are going to be posting, getting feedback, crafting your message, putting your message in front of 75 other dedicated personal branders. So you're also building your community just by being part of this group. We're also going to lead group Zoom calls to give you strategies, really get clear on your intention. And it's going to be a lot of really, really beautiful self-work, community work, and diving into how you talk about your work. So I could not be more excited about it. It's literally building this and the hummingbirds is my dream, as far as combining all of my passions in one. So if anybody's interested, I'm sure a bunch of you are, please feel free to DM me and we can talk further about it, because I know it's a big concept. But I'd love to see any and all of you investing in whatever is the next level for you guys. So love you all, and I hope you're having a phenomenal Wednesday. See you next week.